Hey, welcome back to the Caribou Data Science channel. This is the evening of, what is it, Thursday, July the 28th, 2022. And I'm going to talk a little bit about what's important on your LinkedIn profile. Okay, so let's begin by taking a look at something here. By taking a look at a profile. Now you can look at anybody's profile by simply clicking on their contact information. And what I want you to notice up here, see this right here? That's your title. And that's the first thing a recruiter is going to see if he searches for something. So, okay. And the second thing he's going to look at is about. Okay. Now, what you have to understand, recruiters, is they don't care about this sentence right here. The sole purpose of a recruiter is to match your skills with the client's requirements. Okay. And what I've had some success with, at least in terms of contacts from recruiters in the last week, uh, by putting a very specific list of my tech skills up here, my data analytics skills up here. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at my profile now. I'll show you exactly what I mean. Notice this is my title here. It's all it is a list of skills, right? Remote entry level SQL, Oracle, MS SQL, MS SQL Server, Power Tabular, Power BI Tabular. No sentence. Okay, no sentence. Okay, but if he searches for say Power BI, you want that then my profile is going to show up because it's in the title. I believe that's my experience. Now the way this displays here, it's actually out of order because we saw that the most important thing is the second most important. The first most important thing is the title. The second is the about section. Okay, so we're going to ignore all the stuff here. Okay, do all the stuff here. Now we got the about section, okay? This is the big change I made in my profile. The peer requirements, 100% remote, data analyst entry level. Well, I haven't actually been contracted by any entry level. Most of those are beyond entry level, okay? Data access support, Tabular, Power BI. What do I do with Power Tab? And then I list the skills I have that go with Power BI. Okay, Power Query, data cleaning, web scraping, database connectivity, data visualization, dashboard, and stories. Excel, Power Query, pivot tables, data model, what's it called? Dashboarding, data cleaning, database connectivity, web scraping, and so forth down the line here. Okay, SQL, Server 2019, Oracle, Postgres, TSQL. Okay, joins, views, common table expressions, window functions, roll-ups, cube functions. Now, if you don't know what a skill listed on this list up here, then guess what, folks? You need to go out to YouTube and watch a video on all these individual skills. Okay. Now, R programming languages, Pack, RStudio, Tidyverse, ggplot2. These are just packages I work with. Integrated environments. Okay. RStudio, VS Code, SQL Server Management Studio, and pgadmin for Postgres. Now down here, I got a link to my portfolio, but you have to understand, recruiters don't care about your portfolio. Okay, recruiter. Because I mentioned, I had I had links to my resume. Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, you know what? Recruiters don't care about your case studies. They only care about your skills. You have to understand that. Okay. Now, the client may care about your case studies. You just don't know. But in order for you to get to that next step of interviewing with the client, you have to get past the recruiter, which means you have to have the skills that match up with the client's requirements. Okay. And this is interesting. What I did here, I listed all of my case studies. Data analyst, content developer, YouTube. Well, this is my YouTube channel. This is the channel you're watching right now. Okay. If you come down here, this is where I listed my case studies. Okay. And of course, the recruiter will see this information here, but it won't necessarily mean anything. Okay. Uh, Anyway, you come over here. Now this is an interesting thing. These are my certifications. The recruiter doesn't care about your certifications. He only cares about your hard skills. He or she only cares about your hard skills. Okay, I know I'm repeating myself, but it is that important. Okay, it's that important. Okay. Uh, Now, if you're hired on as a full-time employee, HR may care about these, but in all probability, again, your manager won't care about it because it's all about skills. But nonetheless, then this is the rest of my resume. So again, just to make sure you understand, the most important thing is the title. The next but most important thing is the about section. And just to make sure you understand what recruiters do, if a client says we want someone with Power Query experience, they will search Power Query. And if you don't have Power Query somewhere on your resume, then you're not going to get called. Okay, actually, because the reason I mentioned Power Query is because I got a requirement from a job today. Unfortunately, it was filled before I had a chance to talk to the recruiter. But one of the requirements was Power Query, right? And, and even though Power Query is part of Excel, if you mix Excel, if you don't have Power Query, then you're not going to show up on that search engine. Okay. And when you first start out, you don't have a lot of control. Okay. You're relying on contractors to reach out to you, or you can reach out to them. Now, finally, I got a little bit of life advice for you. Many years ago, I read a book, okay, and the author of the book said you should never fall in love with your job because your job will never love you back. Now, if you want to see proof to that, SpaceX laid off 600 people who love their work. Okay. That is why you should never fall in love with your job. He says, this author, if you're going to work for any other reason than to make money, you're going for the wrong reason. Then he gets a little sarcastic. If you're looking for spiritual fulfillment, go to church. If you're looking for love, go to a singles bar. Okay? You only go to work for money. Okay? Hopefully what I want to encourage you at this point is to go out and look at other people's profiles and see look at other data analyst profiles and see what they got listed. Okay. There are also videos on YouTube specifically about LinkedIn profile. Okay. So hopefully I was able to hammer home what my experiences has worked for me. And this whole process here, emphasizing skills, appears to be working again. At least during the last 4 or 5 days. But we'll see. We'll see if I continue to get responses from recruiters. But if it worked 4 times, it should work a 5th, 6th, and a 7th time. Because in order to get an interview, you have to go through a recruiter. Okay, that's the point. Unless you're applying directly to a company, then you got to go through HR. Okay, but anyway, I truly hope that this is an encouragement to you. Okay, then these suggestions will help you get more responses for more jobs. And if you have more experience with me, you're going to do better than me with this because you actually be able to tie these skills to specific projects. Okay, but anyway. Thanks for your time, folks. I'll just mention I'll be streaming. I stream Monday through Friday on Twitch, 9 p.m. Dave J. Jackson on Twitch. Okay. Thanks so much for your time. Again, I sincerely hope that this little video was an encouragement to you. Okay. Thanks so much. We'll see you later on.